Morning, welcome to Insiders. Once again this week, the most exaggerated issue in the country became the toughest for politicians to deal with. For Labor leaders, asylum seekers has always been a damned if you do, damned if you don't issue. But Julia Gillard was persuaded by edgy marginal members to give it a go to try and erase a perception that Labor is soft on boat people. And if you think the intention was not to toughen up the policy, then ask yourself why she took a Western Sydney backbencher all the way to Darwin to witness a simulated boat intercept. So the degree of difficulty was always high, but even allowing for that, the execution was not so much a backflip as a belly flop.
Today, I'm announcing steps to strengthen Australia's border protection arrangements.
A coalition government will do what it takes, whatever it takes, to keep our borders secure and our country safe.
In recent days, I have discussed with President Ramos Horta of East Timor the possibility of establishing a regional processing centre.
Work plan.
No one really ever wins in heartbreak or fear.
If Julia Gillard was serious about offshore processing, we've already got a centre at Nauru. Nauru have put their hands up to do it. Why not send people back to Nauru?
My government is not interested in pursuing a new Pacific solution.
We need regional solutions.
This is Gillard's Pacific solution. John Howard's Pacific solution in a new postcode.
If it's just a political game, then maybe the Pacific solution isn't the way to go.
We're really, really conscious of those risks.
Watch my face.
Hello.
As I pretend to feel no pain.
The East Timorese won't accept it.
I wouldn't want Timor-Leste to become an island prison.
I don't think it's the best option for East Timor to become the dumping ground of the asylum seekers.
You wanted to begin, no one really ever wins.
We're at a preliminary stage with East Timor.
I think a bit more probity there would have been a good thing.
If you want more love.
Why didn't you speak to the head of government in East Timor, Xanana Gusmao, who's the Prime Minister?
Well, look, I believed it was appropriate to take a sounding from the President.
The Prime Minister should have known that if you wanted to do a deal with East Timor, you had to do it with the government.
She did it the wrong way round. I think everybody can see that.
The impression given to the Australian people is that this processing centre will be in East Timor, in Dili.
I'm not going to leave undisturbed the impression that I made an announcement about a specific location.
Julia Gillard just looks silly and slippery and slimy and shifty and all that, and it's a very, very bad start to her prime ministerial career.
It's clear that Julia Gillard is seeking asylum from her own policy.
I think she's done herself enormous damage.
Frankly, we have amateurs running the Australian government.
You sometimes think that Pauline Hanson hasn't gone at all. She's alive and well, and she's moved up the power base.
Let's just fix this whole thing now.
Even the idea of it seems to be falling down as she speaks.
We're in a dialogue with East Timor.
What we've seen here is a failure of judgment and a failure of process.
Those critics who want to declare the approach dead in a week are mistaken, and I think they will be disappointed.
Good to know it's all a game. Disappointment